Hi, I'm your host, DOS350, and I'd like to welcome you all to a special show that I like to call Soap Review. Now, in this episode of Soap Review, we're going to be covering Woolworths Sorbolene. So let's just jump straight into it. Make sure to smash that like and subscribe bell button for more soap related content. Only exclusive on DOS350. So here we go. We're going to look at the packet. It's a pretty minimal design. There's a few water drop looking things. Let's just cover the basics, shall we? In this packet, exclusive Woolworths product, well, you get 3 100Gs soaps, and it's dermatologically tested. Got a little ticky icky wiki there for sensitive skin, and as you may have noticed, I'm a sensitive skinned kind of guy, so let's just jump straight into it. It says it's a moisturizing soap bar, unscented for sensitive skins, hypoallergenic and non-irritating. There's a 3-pack. So you get 3 soaps in here. It's good value, you know, Woolworths brand for the budget-conscious consumer out there in the world of shopping. But that's beyond the scope of this video. So let's just jump straight into the nitty-gritty. Make sure to smack that like and subscribe bell button for more nitty-gritty content, only on DOS350 Soap Review. Now it says, select promise. We're passionate about selecting the best product for you. That makes me feel good for me. If you're not happy with it, we'll give you your money back. Now, just straight off the bat, I like the way that they word that. It's like, it's you know, some say 100% satisfaction, blah blah, guaranteed replacement, or this and that. It's like, okay, I didn't ask for your life story, I just want some money. It's pretty much how I feel. Not that I'm the kind of guy that I get refunds every chance I get, but it's like, if I had to, I'd feel pretty good just with some guy saying we'll give you your money back. So that's alright. Moving on. It says here, our Woolworths Select Sorbolene moisturizing soap, well, it's been specially designed for sensitive skin. So they're considering out there that not everyone's got the tough sandpaper skin. Some little Pablorettas and Pablos out there in the world that have sensitive skin. And we demand equality. But that's beyond the scope of this video. Moving on. So it's been specially designed for guys like me, dermatologically tested and non-irritating. This soap works to help take care of your skin, leaving it feeling fresher and cleaner. So that's good. I want to be fresh, 100% freshness, satisfaction, and I want to be cleaner. It's just the kind of lifestyle I want to have. I want to be fresh, I want to be clean, and I want to be comfortable. Now, we're going to move on to the other side of this packet right here. It says caution. It's got a big exclamation mark. It's like red alert. Caution. Do not under any circumstances get it in your eyes. If eyes, well, wash it out immediately with water. If rash or irritation happens, stop using it big time. Demand satisfaction, money back. Well, it says here, made in Australia from imported and local ingredients, so it's important that they put imported first, because it probably means that it's mostly imported. But that's beyond the scope of this video. Packed for Woolworths, 1 Woolworths Way, Bella Vista, New South Wales, 2153 Australia. 80, okay, that's New Zealand, we don't talk about that location in this channel. For more information, free call 1-800-101-515, woolworths.com.au. Not for resale. Wow. It's like, if you get this, you better not be planning on flipping it. But that's beyond the scope of this video. Anyway, now the part you've all been waiting for. It's the ingredients. The most important thing when it comes to soap, well, that's ingredients. Because the ingredients determine the results that you're going to get out of your soap choice in your life. So let's just deep dive straight into that and unpack these ingredients. For all the Sorbolene soaked community out there, ingredients. Sodium palmate, that's number one. Sodium palm kernelate, well, we've grown to accept that here on DOS 350 legit. In case you haven't realised, kernelate is a common soap ingredient. It's pretty unlikely that you're going to get some kind of soap without some kernelate spiced up in there. Sodium kernelate, palm kernelate, so just don't be shocked if you get some kernelate. It's not the end of the world, it's just part of the soap requirements in 2019, that's how it seems to me. Water, sorbitol. Now that's new, because this is Sorbolene, I guess that's why it's got sorbitol. I don't know what sorbitol is. Make sure to hit that comment button if you know all about sorbitol and the inner workings of sorb. Glycerin, well, I've heard of that, it's in soap. Sodium lauryl sulfate. Now that's a ingredient that's it's notorious, let's just say. A lot of Pablo hairy-legged people out there up in arms about sodium lauryl sulfate, but that's beyond the scope of this video. Moving straight on. Sodium chloride. Well, that's understandable. There's big bad old lauryl sulfate in there next to innocent little chloride. That's okay. Leave him alone. Alright, here's one, a new one. Wheat germ oil. Couldn't they use palm oil? What's so hard about that? Instead you got the wheat germ. I don't really like the sound of that word. Like, if I'm gonna level with you and be completely honest. Wheat germ makes me a bit uneasy. It's like, okay, I don't like germ pretty much. So I'd rather they use some other oil, and that's alright. Titanium dioxide. Now here's one that we've covered before here on Soap Review. It's like, I'm not an aeroplane being wiped down. I don't really need the titanium. So I may be sensitive, but I think I might even be too sensitive for this. It's like titanium upsets me. My little skin, even though it might be clean, it's getting turned into Iron Man, like in the worst way, not in a good way, like Robert Downey Jr., like some man who's been covered in metal and it again clogs him all up, That's the kind of feeling I get when I'm rubbing titanium on my little sensitive skin. So I think soap, the message to the soap people of the world, big old Sorbolene factories, save the titanium, please. We don't need that. I don't care what you say it does. Palm acid, alright. Palm kernel acid as well. You got a bit of the kernel acid, it's not just the palm. Edidronic acid. Well, we know about that. It's edidronic. Make sure to smash that comment section and hit the bell button if you're edidronic as well. And the very lucky last ingredient that we've got on this list is a favourite here on DOS 350. Make sure to follow my Twitter, DOS350_legit. That just so happens to be tetrasodium. EDTA. Now, I don't know what EDTA stands for and I don't really care, but I've come to accept it as just a part of the soap. Part of the soap that I choose to consume. So that finishes the ingredients, and it's a pretty minimalistic packet design, as I said, so, there's not much left of the packet is what I'm trying to say with that. Let's just move on to the storage. Storage information. Store her in a cool, dry place, out of direct sunlight. Out of direct sunlight, so fucking melting soap, is it, or what? Does it get, melted by the sun? It's not an outdoor soap. No sunlight. It's like a vampire. It's vampire soap. Get out of the sun. That's what it says when it's in the sun. So get me out of here. Alright. Directions for use. Now I can already tell I did a bit of a spoiler alert. I couldn't help but glance my little 350 eyes across it. So let's just let the cat out of the bag. It says for best performance, keep bar well drained between uses. Now, I like performance as a word when it comes to soap. It makes me think as a Formula 1 race car soap. So, tuned up Gran Turismo engines, and that's just the kind of soap fantasies I have when I see that word performance on the packet. Shoutouts if you know what I mean to the like and bell button and comment section. Now, take those instructions seriously, because you don't want a soggy woggy oggy soap all puffed up and falling apart, disintegrating because of the water. It's just not very fun, and it is not very clean either. It's disgusting. So take their word for that. For more soap tips and tricks, make sure to smash the like button as much as possible. Alright. Whoops, excuse me. Now, it does say please recycle. It's cardboard. And that's all that the packet has to offer. It's got EDTA in it. It's sensitive skinned. And that's just the kind of thing I'm looking forward to when it comes to soap. So, now, this soap is going to turn into a soap unboxing, unpacking. So let's just jump straight into it. It's got a little ripcord thing up the top. As you can see, I'm just going to remove it. Hopefully without damaging the packet too much. Okay. It didn't come off properly, but that's beyond the scope of this video. Now I'm just going to tear at it like a wild animal. I don't care. Alright, then we can reveal the soaps that are within. It's the soap within. Let's get a look at that. This is your first look exclusive. Alright, there they go. 3 little Sorbolenes sitting in a line. I'm going to take one out. Whoops. Alright. This is what we're working with. It's a nice little soap. It's pretty no, this doesn't quite sit flat, so it doesn't really matter. It does say select stamped in there, and it's an exclusive selection, so it says unscented for sensitive Pablos. And that's just the kind of thing I'm looking for, so let's just give it a sniff test. 350 sniffing the soap. Very light smell. It's like, couldn't get much more unscented than that, so I'm proud of them. Just straight away, dry soap on my little face. Seems pretty good. And that's the kind of soap. I'm not going to take a bite of it, but I do have something very special lined up. Due to popular demand, I'm going to give my honest, unbiased opinion on an actual, real life situation usage of this soap. So I have here prepared my little dish full of clean water. Let me just bring that out and show everybody. See? And well, I'm gonna wash my hands. So let's just jump straight into it. My hands have been recently washed anyway, so they're not that filthy, but it's a 350 hand reveal. Let's just jump straight into it. So the way this is going to work, I'm just going to break this down, is I'm going to dip my little hands off camera because it's not easy for me to get that angle, but then I'm going to bring the soap up here and get a bit of a lather happening, and then I'm going to rinse in the bowl and tell you how I feel about it. So let's just get going. Here's me dipping my little hands. Alright, they're pretty wet. Alright, I'm reaching for the soap now. See my drippy hands? Alright, I'm gonna lather. Let's just jump straight into it. Alright, as I can see here, I'm not getting too many suddy waddy uddies. That's definitely enough lather, so I'm gonna put the soap down. I've prepared some tissues to place it on. But that's beyond the scope of this video. Now, here's my hands. They're all lathered up, and I'm gonna continue to just generally lather around. I'm gonna get right in there in between all the little fingers and nooks and crannies that people tend to develop in their hands. And make sure to get under those little fingernails if you've got any. And alright, and now as I'm lathering, I can tell you that it feels pretty good. It feels pretty slippy dippy ippy. Okay, what happened to my background? That's outside of the scope of this video. I'm just gonna rinse now and see how I feel. Alright, here I am rinsing. Wow. A lot of nice squishy rinsy sounds. Alright, I've rinsed. And I'm just gonna wipe my little... Whoops. Boom boom. I'm gonna... I've rinsed. And what can I wipe my little hands on? I guess tissue will do. My hands still feel pretty soapy. It's like, I don't know if it's because it's not running water, but I didn't feel to get the soap off enough. I'm gonna have to rinse again. My sensitive little hands, they didn't get too upset by that, so that's alright, and they definitely feel fresh. But I did really rub it in a lot, so it's like, you can expect that. So, my hands are all pretty clean. I'm feeling pretty good about myself. And I'm just generally clean. I gotta rub it on my hair a little bit, I think, because I don't want to click around with my little wet hands too much, but that's outside of the scope of this video. Now, having been through all that, I've used the soap. I'm gonna show the water now just to see how much it can get murky. Wow, look at that, it was all clear before, wasn't it? It's just a little one-time soapage. That's beyond the scope of this video. I'm gonna just say that, taking everything into consideration, I'm gonna have to add that I don't know the price of this soap because it was a gift, but that's beyond the scope. Just as taking the soap at soap value, there's only one thing I can say with a clean conscience, and that is, well, that Woolworths Sorbolene Select is highly recommended. And that's just because it feels good. I took the time to be sensitive to a sensitive little guy like me. And my hands feel fresh. They smell fresh. And I'm feeling pretty happy. I'm a satisfied customer. There's no way I'm going to be ringing that refund hotline. No, not a chance in hell. I'm thoroughly impressed. Despite the titanium oxides and the imported ingredients, I think that it's a pretty good soap, and you can feel safe that your family will be fresh and secure with a soap like this in the soap tray, soap dish. And that's about all I've got to say. Next time you're in Woolworths and you're feeling like getting a bit fresher than you might have been lately, why don't you slap a few of these into the trolley? And when you get home, you can be fresh like me make sure to smash that follow button on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube, including the bell button, for more soap analysis. Only on DOS 350. Till next time, this has been Soap Man, soaping it up like Pablo. Make sure to stay fresh. Bye bye.